Colonel Smith, the CEO of Tobago Cosmetics, hailing from Tobago, and I'm here at the TTMA Trade Mission in New York City, basically here to promote the brand and to create a better way of having Tobago Cosmetics be out for the persons that already support us, as well as additional marketing for the brand. Okay. So this trade mission has been very interesting today for day one. The opportunity to just be here, totally grateful for that, and do look forward to a lot more missions.
Hey New York, this is Pure Harvest Group of Companies Limited, and we're here with TTMA to the New York trade show here at the Trinidad and Tobago Consulate. So yeah, we're here with my products. First of all, I come from the small island Trinidad and Tobago, but we have big dreams to come to the United States to introduce you all to some products that we have here to offer. And with Pure Harvest, we have no chemical products, no additive, all natural products, and let me just show you a little bit about them. Right, so I'm here again to tell you a little bit of about our products. We have fritters, or some people will say, if you're from back home, you'll say akra. What you would know is the saltfish akra, but I did a twist. I had smoked fish akra, even chicken akra. And trust me, people love them. All you have to do is just add water, no chemicals, as I said before, all natural products. Then we have browning. People may use it back home to like stew chickens. And we have also a twist. We have bay leaf browning, curry browning for your curry stew, and we also have nutmeg browning. Then we have all natural healthy snacks for the kids. So to cut out all the sugar, all natural, we have sapodilla, dehydrated mangoes, dehydrated papaya, dehydrated bananas. Then we have our spices. We have pimento powder, hot pepper powder, bay leaf powder. Then we have our mixed nuts. We have different types of mixed nuts. We have like lightly salted, mixed nuts with dark chocolate, with moringa, with red skin, and also our specialty bossa nut for the fellas and them. It have bagwandi, ginseng root, everything for the back. So yeah, this is our products, Pure Harvest. Well, you asked me what I should expect. Well, what I could say I could expect from this trade mission is, one, potential distributors, because I can't bring this stuff here for myself. I have to find someone who would bring it up for me. Two, potential supermarkets who will be interested in my stuff. So far I met a couple of supermarkets who have showed interest. So one of the things I know I have to do is deal with my FDA, but all of those things are things I plan to work on as soon as I get back. So hopefully, very short, in the very near future, all my products, you'll be able to access them here in the US. So thank you again. Thank you, TTMA. Thank you, Trinidad and Tobago Consulate. Until next time.
Hi, my name is Sean Roach, the CEO of Lantern Roach Industries. Lantern Roach Industries has been around for 40 years, and we are manufacturers of personal care, household, and industrial products. So far, we are exporting to 17 countries, all the way, the company's originally from Trinidad and Tobago, and we are now here in the US looking for an opportunity to place our wonderful products of personal care in the US. And that's why we're here.
We focus on quality, consistency, and adaptability. Our mission is simple: to provide products that will fit all consumer needs. We look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what's so bright tribes and broadsides through the perilous fight of the ramparts we watch, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket breaking and the blast burst in the air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Forged from the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer, with boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare, side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
Good evening, everyone. Dear God, we wish to thank you for bringing us all together today and in the next few days proceedings. We thank you for a safe journey bringing us, the delegates here from Trinidad and Tobago, to New York, and we pray that there will be continued fruitful partnerships and meetings, and we pray for a safe rest of mission. And of course, God, we thank you for the opportunities to be here.
From Consul General Jerome Andrew Laveau, Consulate General of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, New York, Mr. Honorable Andre Laveau.
Thank you very much, MC Kamala. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Trinidad and Tobago Consulate General. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago soil. If you haven't got there yet, this is fairly close to home. I'd first like to recognize Mr. Ramesh Ramdeen. We thank you for leading this team of TTMA manufacturers. I would like to recognize also His Excellency, Ambassador Dr. Neil Parson. He is our permanent representative to the United Nations, and he is new to New York. Mrs. Camille Joseph Varlak, Deputy Mayor of New York, and Ms. Isata Kamara. Isata Kamara is the Commissioner for International Affairs. We are so gratified that you could be here. These two high-ranking city officials just came back from Africa, a long flight, and we are just so honored that you took the time. And we know, I'm going to excuse you already because we know you have another engagement, but we are so honored that you are here because you show the importance that's attached to our overtures to increase trade. I won't be long because we have a panel discussion that we want to get into and we have a lot to do. So I just want to welcome you and thank you for taking the time to be here. It's good to be in New York. We're glad that you're here in New York because we've always sensed that this city, no matter what its challenges, it is a booming economy and there's a lot of money to be made. We're glad that, in fact, I could say this, I could say thank you to our two officials here for your part in this, because this city, of course, took a very hard hit through COVID. And, you know, I think over 1 million jobs lost, I think, and it has bounced back admirably through various industries springing up and growing, including tech and various green economy jobs and so on. So we're glad that the purchasing power is increasing and holding in New York. So I just wanted to pledge to the TTMA here that, and I saw that I saw a lot of chatter, I saw a lot of lively exchanges, and I hope that I hope they've been fruitful so far. But I want to pledge our continued support. Okay, I speak for as a career foreign service officer. And I think there's 3 of us in the room, Mr. Barman here, and my colleague Mary. And nothing excites us, well, a lot of things do excite us as foreign service officers, but a few things excite us, like, you know, actually successfully promoting investment, because we know what it does for our country. It helps with our diversification effort, it helps with employment, and it raises our business profile to continue to build business relationships in this market and elsewhere. So thank you very much, and God bless you. And let me take the time, I think, have you noticed my colors? Okay. Okay, so this is happening between Independence Day, August 31st, and of course Republic Day, September 24th. So to all Trinis and all friends of Trinidad and Tobago, I think that's every single person in the room, I say happy Independence and happy Republic Day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CG. And now we're going to welcome Deputy Mayor Camille Varlack, Chief of Staff, Deputy Mayor for Administration and Special Counsel to the Mayor.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think you guys can do better than that. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. There you go. Excellencies, honored guests, and colleagues. On behalf of the Mayor and the City of New York, I extend a warm welcome to each of you. New York City is proud to be a global capital of commerce, culture, and innovation, a place where ambition meets opportunity and where partnerships can grow across borders. We are equally proud of the deep and long-standing relationship we share with the Caribbean region and with Trinidad and Tobago in particular. That connection is not abstract, it is a part of who we are, and it lives in our neighborhoods, our institutions, and in the people who call this city home. As a woman born in Trinidad and Tobago, this moment holds personal significance to me. I know the values that define your business community: resilience, creativity, and drive, because those same values are at the heart of what makes New York City thrive, and they are certainly the values that my mother instilled in me. I speak often of my mother's strength and resilience as a single woman raising 3 children in Western New York, because she bypassed Brooklyn to go to Rochester. She emphasized the importance of the drive to succeed through education and hard work. And as an entrepreneur, having founded my own law firm, I instilled those teachings when I built a successful law practice and understand the importance of the support of government, both locally and globally. Your presence here today is an important step toward strengthening our shared ties, not only through culture, but through meaningful economic partnership. The City of New York sees the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association trade mission not just as a bilateral engagement, but as part of a broader commitment to inclusive, sustainable, and globally connected growth. Our city thrives because of the talent, energy, and innovation of our Caribbean diaspora. With the support of the Mayor's Office, the New York City Economic Development Corporation, the Department of Small Business Services, and the Office of International Affairs, we are committed to creating opportunities that benefit both New York City and Trinidad and Tobago. The mission is more than business, it is a bridge between cultures, between economies, and between people. We look forward to building on this momentum and fostering partnerships that lead to shared prosperity. Thank you and welcome to New York City.
We will now welcome Commissioner Aisata N.B. Kamara from the Mayor's Office for International Affairs.
Sorry, excuse me. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good. You did better this time around. It's wonderful. Consul General level Ambassador, thank you so much for having us here, Excellencies, honored guests. It feels really, really wonderful to be in the Consulate of Trinidad and Tobago and to be with our Deputy Mayor, Camille Joseph Varlac, who is a proud daughter of Trinidad and Tobago and someone you should all be really proud of. So can we please give her a round of applause? Our office, the New York City Mayor's Office for International Affairs, is the bridge that the Deputy Mayor mentioned in her speech. We are here to support the engagements between the City of New York and the rest of the world. And one of the most meaningful engagements revolve around economic development. We want you to know that New York City is open for business and that we are here to also support you in thriving in New York City. So as you come here on your trade mission, we don't just want this to be a great trip that you will remember for many, many years, because we do have a wonderful city and we hope that you are able to explore. We want this to be a trip that is going to revolve around impact. And impact means that you are able to understand what it takes to grow here, what are the resources that we provide, and how can our government, our local government, support you in ensuring that you succeed when you take that big step forward to come to New York City. I won't go into the numbers around our economy because my Deputy Commissioner, Dilip Chauhan, will do that. But I have a number of people in this room that are here and ready and eager to speak with you. We have Dilip Chauhan, he'll be on the panel. We have Sebastian Sharma, who is helping with economic development. And we have Marcia Martinez, who is our community relationships director, but oversees the Western Hemisphere. And then we have Justin Hector as well, who also is an associate in our office. So we didn't just bring one representative to this meeting. We brought you 4 people that will have a really deep conversation with you about what it takes to come to New York City. But our work is not just attracting businesses here. We also want to understand what it takes to go to Trinidad and to help our businesses grow there. So the Consul General and I, we've known each other for a really, really long time, and he's become a real friend. And I really look forward to continuing that relationship with you and starting a new one with you, Ambassador, so that we could ensure that our city and your country really continue to grow strongly as an economy. The only message that I want you to remember from my speech is the following. New York City's economy is stronger than ever before. We have the best records in terms of jobs, and we are ready to engage. So please come to New York, grow here, but while you're also here on this trip, make sure you go out, spend money, as our mayor likes to say, and really support our small businesses. That is really the power of these moments, and we're really proud to be able to support you. So thank you once again, and have a wonderful rest of your program. Take care.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Kamara. Now we are going to welcome His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Neil Parson from the Permanent Representative for the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago in the United States, in New York.
Thank you very much, MC. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you. I was asked to say a few words. To be honest, I ended up here by accident, but it's a pleasure to be here. Having said that, though, Deputy Mayor, thank you for gracing us with your presence, and to the Commissioner and Deputy Commissioner and the rest of the team, thank you for coming here. Clearly, the Mayor's office assembled the Avengers here this evening in the Consulate of Trinidad and Tobago. CG and your staff, thank you very much for hosting our guests, our visitors from Trinidad and Tobago, and to all the delegates from the TTMA who came to New York, thank you for investing your time, your resources, your ambition, and your hope to come here and seek new markets and seek new opportunities as well. And I was particularly impressed by what the Commissioner had to say as regards the openness of New York City to receive you and also create opportunities for reciprocity. It's not one-way traffic, it's a two-way street. How can we create a win-win environment for all concerned? As CG indicated, I was reflecting on what CG indicated in terms of my presence here from the United Nations. Just to tell you, because I am often asked by members of the diaspora, and Deputy Commissioner, I also want to reiterate this number. The State Department estimates our diaspora to be 350,000 persons officially. I used to be ambassador to Washington for the United States from Trinidad and Tobago, and my estimates from our office is closer to 700 to 750,000 Trinidadians living here in the United States. I'm not here to debate legal or illegal. We have about 750,000 people here in the United States. And in fact, if we extend that to Europe and elsewhere, Canada, you're probably looking at 1 to 1.1 million people easily in our diaspora community. And that's not a stretch. Jamaica has 3 million people in country and probably 4 million people outside, and we have 1.38 million people back at home. So it's a fairly powerful community, not just politically, geographically in terms of spend, but in terms of cultural influence and all the other elements of society here in New York City. And I hope you appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, just to take one more minute, I am often asked by members of the diaspora, what does the UN do? What does it do for us? The United Nations really is a body of 193 countries, and we sit there opining and sharing perspectives on peace, peace building, peacekeeping, economics, social policy, and many other aspects of global security. And why is that important? That's a policy body that creates policy frameworks for the rest of the international community to follow. What this simple exercise here, it was a trade mission, it bridges the gap between policy and on-the-ground programming. This is multilateralism, bilateralism as it's defined this, because many of us came from different environments, different countries. I know Commissioner is from Ghana, and we heard the Deputy Mayor is from both the United States and was born in Trinidad and Tobago. So I simply want to say your work and your presence here is indicative of building all the bridges that we're all trying to build for the sake of a better world. And I'm sure we'll hear a lot more about the opportunities from you, Deputy Commissioner. So thank you, CG, and your office for organizing this, and thank you all for taking the time and effort to be here. I wish you all success. Thank you.
We will now welcome Mr. Rajiv Raghunanan, who is Director on the Board of TTMA, which stands for the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association.
Thank you. Good evening. Welcome to the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association New York Trade Mission 2025. And welcome to the Trinidad and Tobago Consulate. On behalf of the Board of Directors, our President, Mr. Dale Parson, our CEO, Dr. Ramesh Ramdeen, and the directors on the board, welcome. Welcome to a trade mission that we are all very, very hopeful is going to yield great business. We have been doing trade missions for many years on with the TTMA. I personally can attest to the fact that the group that I'm with, we've been on trade missions. We've seen the success. And so I would like to encourage all the delegates to continue the conversations. The first shipment is usually the hardest one. After that, everything becomes a lot easier. I would like to also thank the consulate and the members of the Trinidad and Tobago delegation here in New York for hosting us. And we look forward to continued conversations, and we look forward to having you all and returning the favor when you're back on home soil. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, hello, thank you very much. Hello, hi. I think when we have the mic, we have to hold it down underneath this little light here. Now I'm going to bring up Dr. Jean Joseph, who is the president of Caribbean American Chamber of Commerce and Industry, also known as CACI.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. I knew I would wake you up. Protocol having been established, my name is Jean Joseph, and I'm the president of the Caribbean American Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Inc. I'm also a certified public accountant. And again, on behalf of the board and members of the Caribbean American Chamber of Commerce and Industry, CACI we say, I am honored to extend a warm welcome to the distinguished merchants visiting New York City as part of the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association. CACI has long stood as a champion of Caribbean entrepreneurship and economic empowerment, serving as a vital bridge between Caribbean American businesses and the broader U.S. marketplace. Founded by our late visionary, Dr. Roy Hastic, A. Hastic Sr., and I'm sure most of you know Dr. Hastic. I'm trying to fit in his big shoes. Our organization has spent over 3 decades nurturing small businesses, fostering cross-cultural partnerships, and advancing the legacy of Caribbean innovation and resilience. As a statewide membership organization, CACI has developed deep expertise in supporting small and startup businesses owners in areas such as business planning, financing, procurement, certification, expansion, and export and import opportunities. I would just like to recognize a few CACI members here. Would you stand and be recognized? Thank you very much. Your visit marks a meaningful opportunity to deepen commercial ties and explore collaborative pathways that uplift our shared communities. CACI stands ready to support all efforts to forge strategic partnership that will amplify and reach an impact of both organizations. As we unite across the borders, we not only strengthen our economies, we honor the enduring spirit of unity, succession, and shared purpose that defines our region's legacy. Once again, welcome. May our time together breathe new life into the mantra of our founder, Networking Works. I thank you.
And I think you should reach out to the more people so more people will looking to start their business in Trinidad and Tobago. I have seen so many presentations, but I can tell you this was one of the best presentations. So thank you, TTMA leadership. So, as mentioned, our Office of International Affairs, we are the primary link between 193 permanent mission and 114 consulates and 70 trade commissions. Also, we deal with trade commissions and the business community. So, our office is your primary contact if you are looking to expand or open your business in New York City. Also, we have the city agency called the SBS, called the Small Business Services. You are going to hear from Natasha Joseph in more detail. And also, we have New York City Economical Development Corporation. So, any company they are looking to expand their presence in New York City, we are the one who is going to connect with the New York City Economical Development Corporation. Regarding your particular question about the exact incentive what we are providing, so it depends on the what kind of business you have. I think some of you are visiting from Trinidad. So how the New York City works? Like New York City has a 5 different borough. If you are new to New York City, if you are visiting first time, we have Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, Staten Island, and Manhattan. So incentive come at later stage, but it's very important that where you are looking to start your business. When people talk about starting the business, they always look for the Manhattan. But if you are in manufacturing, if you are in the storage facility, if you are in the food processing, then we suggest that this location is not good for you. We suggest you go to Bronx, Staten Island, or another location. So that's where you come to us and reach out to us so we can guide you where this kind of business is going to more suitable. Also about the incentive. Incentive is depends on the how many employment you are going to generate, how big is your presence in New York City. According to that, we can customize incentive program and we can introduce to the right entity in New York City. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Johan, for that opening. And that being said, I'll good opportunity to move to Ms. Natasha Joseph. Once again, we know that the accessing support requires establishment as a business in New York City. But once that is done, are there immigrant entrepreneurship programs and resources available to these firms? And which would you recommend?
Hi, so there's a few things you can do. Just to give you a general idea, Philip already mentioned that there's 5 boroughs, but in New York City, it's just a part of New York State. And so in the state, there's a state level registration for your registering your business. And then of course at the city level, there's other things. So a little bit about me, just so you know where I'm coming from. My team, I manage 3 teams. I manage 3 teams here at SBS. And one of them is the Small Business Hotline. It's a resource that business owners can tap into. They can call and ask questions. They can get information about, starting your business, or just being tapped into or figuring out which business resource that's best for them. So if you call the hotline, for example, and you ask about registering your business, they'll give you the right resource within SBS to do that. That's one thing. The second thing is I manage a team called NYC Best Business Express Services team, and this team manages or helps you open and operate your brick and mortar business that includes manufacturing. So what they do is they help you navigate through city governments. New York City is very complex when it comes to that. So when you want to open a manufacturing business, a restaurant, they're there to help you. They help you prepare for inspections, which there are many. Help you avoid violations. There are often many violations that people get because they don't know what to do and they didn't ask the right questions to begin with. And this team helps you kind of navigate all of that. And so, with that being said, there are other resources. Dylan mentioned incentives. We do have incentives at SBS. So, for example, little things like when to open or when to sign your lease makes a difference in when you can get an incentive. So, there are incentives that have to be signed up for before you even sign a lease. So, all of these things I'm mentioning are things that we have at SBS that we can help you navigate and work through. So, a good start would be calling the hotline and figuring out first, what exactly that you need and when, what type of business you want. Business planning, we help you with those. We have courses. So I can mention 1,000 things that SBS does, but as far as registering your business being the first step, I actually think it's business planning and making sure you plan your business according to New York City. Because New York City is very, very different than most places, and we can help you at SBS start that business plan. Taking that business plan from Trinidad, and converting it to what New York City would need you to do. And I think that's the first step. Then you can go ahead, register your business at the state level, and we can walk you through that as well. That was a long way to answer your question, but I hope it helped.
Thank you so much. And what next to move on to is asking a question to the in-market expert, Mr. Vincent Miller. So Mr. Miller, what practical market entry strategies have proven most effective for companies like those from Trinidad and Tobago entering the New York market?
So I had the opportunity. She turned me off. So good afternoon. I had the opportunity to meet with a number of you today and really get the opportunity to speak to some really very passionate people about their business. I mean, New York, everyone wants to come into New York because again, they say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. But there are challenges and there are hurdles. The first thing that I would say for any company that's looking to make their way into New York is have a deep understanding of what your current capabilities are. Okay, what are you doing very successfully at home? Okay, understand where your weaknesses and your gaps are. Because as you're looking to enter into a new market, you're going to be expending capital, you're going to be expending time, you're going to be expending resources. Those things are going to take away from what you're doing at home. So you want to make sure you have a sufficient runway. So you want to have a really good understanding of what you're doing in your current market. As you're looking at the new market, or any market that you're going to go into, what's going to differentiate you from any other product that's within the market? Is it going to be the experience? That's one thing that I didn't hear today. But I know Trinidad is about the experience. Make your products about the experience. What is it like if I'm going to take this product home with me and give it to a family member so that they can feel and know what it was like to be in Trinidad? What does the packaging look like? What does the color look like? What does it smell? What does it taste? How is it different from that in which I can buy online on Amazon or buy here in the United States? So there are three things that I would say that are essentially very, very important. One, having a deep understanding of what your current capabilities are at home. Taking a look at then, as the market that you're going to be entering into, how do you want to position your product? What's going to differentiate you from your competitors? You have to have a very deep understanding. New York's shopping market is very different from that of Trinidad, the way in which people shop. Do we have an understanding of how people shop here? Having a deep understanding of those capabilities and then being mindful of what that experience is going to be like. How can you create an experience? People are willing to pay for an experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Miller, for that overview. And now I would like to ask a question to our director, Mr. Rajiv Raghunanan. We have just heard from the US colleagues of what they're doing to, assist. How is TTMA, and from your viewpoint, how is TTMA supporting its members to overcome US market entry barriers, especially for small and mid-sized manufacturers?
Thank you. So at the TTMA, we have constantly held workshop seminars directed towards small and medium-sized manufacturers in terms of the requirements for entry. As many of you would know, as many of the manufacturers here are aware, the requirements vary by category. So for example, in food, dry food, wet food, beverages, they're all different. And so the TTMA has been hosting these seminars, will continue to host these seminars. Outside of these seminars, the TTMA, through its secretariat, is available at any point in time for any one of its members to reach out for guidance in terms of the registration process and for access into the markets. A lot of the larger members within the TTMA also have specific talents within their organizations that are also very open and willing to share the information and to guide the process with the small and medium-sized companies within the membership. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Raghunanan. I'd like to move back to Mr. Dilip Chauhan. Mr. Chauhan, what are the first steps for international companies looking to secure partnerships and start operations in New York City? And also to end with that question, what are some of the common mistakes have you seen so far?
The first step, I think today is the first step because we all are here. And the entire New York City administration is here. Our deputy mayor, our commissioner, our incoming economic director. The mistake is first, you don't reach out to the right people. You don't have to go to the highly paid consulting company. Reach out to the New York City agency. Myself, Natasha, the other people from the New York City administration, they are here. First, ask the question. And again, you don't require tons of money to start your business. If you ask the question, then we'll tell you. We have the number of the small incubators program available in New York City. So suppose you are in the food tech or AI will suggest you where you have to start your business because you need to have an ecosystem. You need to have surrounding with the people or the businesses they support your business. So we have I'll not give the example, but like Civic Hall. So you have the different incubators, different small businesses, they're establishing their operation over there. So you are going to have a proper ecosystem so you can grow your business from there. So that's my first advice. You don't have to start in a big way. Start in a smaller way, baby step with our help or New York City agency, and then you can grow. Because in New York City, we have 220,000 plus small businesses. As you all know, 47 Fortune 500 companies headquartered in New York City. We have 8.5 million people residents in New York City. So you have the larger consumer base. And we even just I was attending the one of the event. New York City school system has 1.1 million students in New York City school. So sometimes other businesses comes and they provide some of the food related item. So this kind of potential market you have. Did I answer your question?
Yes. Yes, definitely. Ms. Natasha Joseph, can you share some success stories of other immigrant-owned enterprises that have thrived in New York and resources that contributed to their growth?
I'm thinking of, I believe it's called Pearl's Wash Tub. I'm not sure where he's from, but it's a concept where the business owner created a combination of a bar and laundromat. It's in Brooklyn, I believe, and I believe he's Caribbean. So it is a very interesting. It was complicated, but the team was able to help him understand and navigate through DOB, which was complicated. The state liquor authority. So there's a few things there that can make it complicated because here in New York, that's what it is. But I believe he was Caribbean, of the Caribbean descent. So that's one example. But usually, he did come to us pretty late. So as Philip mentioned, coming to us early makes sense. Your idea may be great and may be creative. New York City has a lot of rules and regulations. So coming to us early in the process with your creative idea, we can help you figure out how to narrow it in just to make sure you're fitting within the rules of New York City and making sure you're doing it the right way. It saves you a lot of money and headache later on.
Thank you so much for that. Mr. Raghunanan, are there lessons that Trinidad and Tobago manufacturers, from your standpoint, need to learn about export resilience and penetrating markets like the US that you could share with us today? Any pointers?
I think one of the main lessons that brands that have entered the US in the last couple of years that we've learned is that the brands need to be supported. There needs to be, there needs to be suitable marketing, there needs to be suitable advertising, there needs to be campaigns that speak to the heritage of the brands. And in terms of the distribution of the brands within the markets, you need to cover the appropriate channels. I would say that understand who your consumers are, understand their shopping patterns, understand where they shop, where they spend, and understand where they get their information. And so I think, cover the basis of those couple of points in terms of your brands, in terms of your products. And I think you would certainly be off to a good start here in the US.
Thank you so much for that. Now, as we wrap up our panel discussions, I would just ask our panelists, to give some closing remarks, some advice, any expertise that, information you'd like to share with everyone. Mr. Rajiv, I know you still have the mic. Maybe you can start off.
I think coming out of sessions like this, I think one of the most important I think items that I would like to reiterate is that follow up. Dr. Ramdin could attest to this is that, coming out of these trade missions, the follow up is very important on both sides. And we all go back, to our daily businesses and, we get consumed with everything that's taking place. And so I think, ensuring that, the follow up is there, that the energy is there that was here today, that we saw today in the meetings, that translates, in weeks to come, in months to come. I think once we ensure that follow up is there, that commitment is there on both ends to make sure that we get that business going, that we get the connection going, that we keep the relationships healthy and keep building those relationships. I think certainly we will see a lot of fruitful benefits coming out of this trade mission. Thank you.
Only in one sentence, network with the right people. That's most important part for the success. Again, network with the right people.
So, I'm not giving the mic up. I would say for everyone in this room, regardless of what it is that you are passionate about, think about it as a product. What problem are you solving for? Think about it as well as you're looking to enter into this market. Some of you have been in business for a long time. Do you have a roadmap? Do you have a business plan? When was the last time you picked those things up and you looked at them? What are the personas? Who are the people that you are looking to target your products to? You have to be agile. Okay. And the thing that I would strongly recommend is that build a roadmap. Okay. Come up with a North Star and break that down into small, achievable pieces. As you get new information, you may pivot. All of these things will help you to make your market, you stronger in your own market, even before you seek to go into another market. So take a look at your product portfolio, take a look at your products and really drill down into it. Is it really solving a need? What other needs can it solve for?
I'll just say that the Department of Small Business Services is here to help you. Even if it's not a storefront in brick and mortar, you want to open a consulting business, we're here to support in some way, and there is a resource available. I have business cards for our small business hotline. That is our gateway to our services. If you want my card, I'll give you mine as well, but I'll definitely leave the cards for the small business hotline because it is a major way to get into the services that you need, speak to somebody, and make sure that you're in the right place at the right time as early as possible in your process.
I'd like to thank our panelists for your healthy discussions. And as we get into our cocktail event, in a few minutes, use the opportunity to network with these four lovely members of our delegation, and have that conversation. Right? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, my job right now is really just to say a big thank you for all who participated. Thank you to the panel. I wish we had more time because at least 5 questions came to my head when they were speaking. So, but we do have a cocktail reception, okay? And we're gonna take you, as Trinis do, we take you around the world in a plate, okay? All right, because our proudest feature is our diversity, our cosmopolitan nature. So thank you once again, and Kamala is gonna assist me. Yes.